Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Amy controls a land leeches, which is a 2/2 creature with first strike. She equips a fire shrieker to it, which gives the equipped creature double strike. How much damage does the land leeches deal in combat? Okay, so to answer this question, we'll need to know exactly how first strike and double strike function in the game to understand how they would combine together. You might already know that first strike creatures get to deal their combat damage before normal creatures, and that double strike creatures get to deal their combat damage twice. But it's not obvious just from these colloquial descriptions exactly how having both abilities would affect things. So the way that combat normally works in Magic is that after attackers and blockers are declared, the game progresses to what's called the combat damage step. As the name suggests, in this step, all the creatures involved in combat deal damage equal to their power. It doesn't matter what they're dealing with damage to, all the attacking and blocking creatures deal their combat damage at the same time, except if any of them have first strike or double strike. If any of the creatures involved in combat have first strike, the normal combat damage step is preceded by a special first strike combat damage step in which only those creatures will deal damage. All the other creatures have to wait until the normal combat damage step to get to deal their damage. But the way double strike works is that a creature with double strike will deal combat damage in both steps. Now we're ready to answer the question from the original problem statement. Because the way the game decides which creatures deal damage in each combat damage step is via a binary check, if a creature has double strike, there's no extra benefits that it gets from also having first strike. Although these are distinct abilities, the creature doesn't get extra strikes from having both of them. If a creature has first strike or double strike, it deals combat damage in the first strike combat damage step. If it has double strike or it didn't deal combat damage in the first combat damage step, it'll deal damage in the second. In no circumstances will a creature deal combat damage multiple times in the same combat damage step, although some creatures do have abilities that trigger when they deal damage and deal some additional damage or have other related effects, which is at least thematically similar. There is one situation I can think of where having first strike and double strike on the same creature would convey some benefit above what you would get if you just had double strike. Because these are two different abilities, they each count separately for something like this Akroma, Vision of Ixidor. I know that some people are probably wondering what would happen if we replaced that fire shrieker that was giving double strike with some aura or equipment that gave first strike in this case. Well, on the plus side, it is possible to have multiple instances of the first strike ability. Unfortunately, that doesn't do anything extra here. Like which creatures get to deal combat damage in each step, the buffs that Akroma gives are also the result of a binary check. If you have first strike, you get a buff. Having multiple instances of first strike does not give you anything extra. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.